Good morning. So in continuation of previous video, there I explained how do we get the DC or average current and voltage as well as RMS current and voltage, also rectification factor. So in this lecture video, I'm going to explain how to obtain the ripple factor of half-wave rectifier and full-wave rectifier, and then I'll explain the filters. Okay. So ripple factor. So it is defined as a rectifier converts AC power to DC power, okay, and it is described quantitatively as ripple factor. So ripple factor is used to describe quantitatively the conversion of AC power to DC power. It is defined as the ratio of RMS value of AC component of the output and this divided by DC component of the output. That means still there is a small AC component in the output. What is that AC component? That is IAC divided by DC component of the output, that is IDC. So that means here we have an expression for IDC, but we don't have an expression for IAC. So we have an expression for IRMS. So from the IRMS we can obtain IAC. So RMS value of the AC component is given by IRMS square is equal to IDC square plus IAC square. From this expression, IAC square is equal to IRMS square minus IDC square. So again IAC is equal to square root of IRMS square minus IDC square. So substitute this IAC into the ripple factor, square root of IRMS square minus IDC square divided by IDC. Good. So again, if you want to take this inside the square root, perform square. So it becomes the whole square root of IRM square minus IDC square divided by IDC square. Again, you separate the denominator. It become IDC square get cancelled, and IRM square by IDC square can be written as whole square. IRMS by IDC whole square minus 1. So this is the general expression of a ripple factor. Okay. So with this general expression, we'll obtain the ripple factor for half-wave rectifier. So for half-wave rectifier, as you know, IRMS is equal to Im by 2 and IDC is equal to Im by pi. Substitute this into this general expression. So Im by 2 divided by Im by pi whole square minus 1. Further, you reduce. So Im by 2 into pi by Im get cancelled. It becomes pi by 2 whole square minus 1. So pi by 2 whole square means it is 3.414 divided by 2. So it is 1.57 square minus 1. So further it is ripple factor is 1.21 or it is 121%. For full wave rectifier, as you know, IRMS is equal to Im by root 2 and IDC is equal to Im by pi. So substitute this into the general expression and further simplify. Okay, here Im get cancelled, so it becomes 1 pi by 2 root 2 whole square minus 1. So further it is 1.11 square minus 1. So that is 0.482 or 48.2%, means ripple factor is reduced compared to the half-wave rectifier. So efficiency is increased in full wave rectifier and ripple factor is reduced in full wave rectifier. So this is about a ripple factor. Now we'll see filters. As you know, a rectified output is not a direct voltage. Okay, to convert it into direct voltage or DC voltage, a smoothing circuit or filter circuit must be employed. That means filter is defined as a device which removes AC component of the rectified output and allows DC component to reach the load. Okay. So it is a circuit which converts pulsating output of rectifier into steady DC level. Okay. So components, that means components of the typical power supply is, so one is transformer. To this we apply AC input. Transfer output is applied to rectifier. Okay, so this is the rectifier output for full wave rectifier. And then this rectified output is applied to filter. and this is the output of filter. This is the output of filters. Okay, and then this is applied to a regulator. So output of regulator is a Vout, actually constant DC voltage. Constant DC voltage. So these are the components of typical power supply. So now we are going to discuss this part. So then how do we, that means how do we get, this is called ripple voltage. This is called ripple voltage, and then this ripple voltage is applied to regulator to get a constant DC voltage. Okay, then this DC voltage is applied to the load. Now we'll consider half-wave rectifier with a capacitor filter. So this is the half-wave rectifier, right? So just we connect one capacitor across the load, across the load. So this capacitor is called as reservoir or smoothing capacitor. Okay. Now, as we know, this is the input waveform and this is the corresponding output waveform of half-wave rectifier. Okay. Now we'll see analyze. So during positive quarter cycle, that means from year to year positive half cycle, from year to year positive quarter cycle, I mean from year up to year. Okay, so diode is forward biased. This diode is forward biased. This charges the capacitor, means current is close to the RL, that current charges the capacitor to a peak value of input, that is Vm. Okay, that means capacitor voltage Vc is equal to Vm minus Vf. Okay, practically. So this is indicates capacitor charges to a peak value. Charges to a peak value. So when the voltage falls below the Vm, I mean, see, yeah, at this point voltage becomes below the Vm. That means voltage at the anode, still voltage at the cathode is Vm, because the capacitor voltage is applied here, and at the anode it is less. Input voltage is less than Vm. Hence, the diode becomes reverse biased. Diode becomes no capacitor charging current, and capacitor begins to discharge to the load. Okay, so when capacitor charges to peak value, that is Vm, so that is applied to cathode of a diode. Okay, when the input voltage below the Vm, that means applied voltage is below the Vm, that is applied to the anode. So anode, I mean voltage at the anode is less than voltage at the cathode. So diode becomes reverse biased. When the diode becomes reverse biased, no charging current, and capacitor starts begin to discharge to the load. So this is what this indicates, capacitor discharging. Okay, that means diode remains reverse biased during the rest of the positive half cycle, and then negative half cycle, and during the first part of the positive cycle. This is called first part of the positive cycle, until input voltage Vi is greater than Vc, greater than capacitor charge. So when Vi becomes greater than Vc, again diode becomes forward biased, and capacitor charges and recharges to Vm, like this. Okay, and then again at this point Vi becomes less than Vm, so diode becomes reverse biased and capacitor start discharging. Same cycle repeats, again it charges to peak value and discharges. Clear na? So this period is called as capacitor charges, and during this period capacitor discharges. So that means this is the output without capacitor filter, and this is the output with capacitor. So this is the output of capacitor filter, of a rectifier output with capacitor filter. So this is called ripple voltage. Clear now? Similarly, we'll consider bridge rectifier with capacitor. So this is the bridge rectifier, and here we connect one capacitor. Okay, reservoir or smoothing capacitor, and this is the output waveform of bridge rectifier, full wave rectifier. Again here capacitor charges to peak value and discharges, charges and discharges, like that. Okay, yeah, fine. So this is This is indicates capacitor filter output of full wave rectifier. So compared to the half wave rectifier, here it is reduced. It is ripple voltage is reduced because it has waveform in both the half cycles. Both the half cycles. Clear now? This is about filter circuits. I'll continue in the next video. Thank you.